Okay folks, I'm making a quick video here for the Honda Goldwing owners of the Generation 1 and 2. This is my 1981 Goldwing GL 1100. I just picked it up a few weeks ago, so I've been kind of tinkering with it, modifying it the way I want it. And one of the modifications I did is I modified the air box to get more air into the engine. So I wanted to get more air out of the exhaust, and I wanted the silencers off. So I pulled the silencers off yesterday, and I'll show you how I did it. The first thing here I want to show you is there's a little hole here where there's a rivet. All that rivet does is hold this little band on just to strengthen the end of the baloney pipe. That's all it is. In case you, I guess in case you get dinged here, there's a steel band in there. It's riveted on to the baloney pipe. It's got nothing to do with the silencer. It's got nothing to do with anything. It's just there, so you don't have to take that off. What I did is I cut the pipe about here, 1.5 inches from the muffler. Cut the pipe straight through, pull the silencers out, put the pipe back on. I got a clamp there for now just to get it ready for welding. Now I'll tell you right now, people, and I know there's hundreds of thousands of guys that want to do this to get their bike louder, because these are very quiet bikes. This one's very, very quiet. It's well tuned, and I wanted it a little louder, but I wanted more air coming out, because I find these silencers they're very restrictive on the air, and for a 4-cylinder engine to have a little teeny little air passage, the air passage is like that big. It's very small. So anyway, I pulled it out. But if I did it again, I would try something different. Now that I've done it, learn by your mistakes. Here's the silencers right here, and here is the end of the silencer that goes in the muffler. Now, as you can see by the rust, there's about a 1/4 inch there, and all they do is plug right in the muffler. They're not welded. They're just pushed in. A little friction fit pushed in the muffler. That's all that's holding them in there. And then they're wrapped with fiberglass, and they're wrapped with this blanket, the fiberglass blanket, and they're wrapped in there tight, extremely tight. That's the problem with pulling these out, is they're in there tight. So all you got to do, guys, you don't have to cut the pipe like I did and start, cutting things and messing around with stuff. Just build a tool. Build your own little tool out of a long screwdriver or a rod, and make it look, have a hook on it like a crochet needle. Slide it in, slide the screwdriver along this here as far as you can go, and get it hooked into one of these little holes. Then wiggle it around like this, wiggle and up and down, side to side, wiggle it, wriggle it, and pull it out. It's just like pulling a tooth. You just got to get a hold of this thing. Like, get it up here, like towards the muffler. Pulling back here is not really going to be effective. You got to get up here, up here in the middle of it. Get it hooked on to something, wiggle it around, it will come out. I guarantee it. It will take you 5 minutes to pull these out, straight out the pipe, the back end of the pipe. You don't have to take that rivet off. You don't have to do anything. You just got to rig up a tool. Slide in there, yank it out. That's what I would do next time, for sure. I'm sure it will work now that I've seen what I'm dealing with, because I was worried about these things being welded in there. Like some people on the internet say, yeah, they're welded, don't bother. They're not welded. They'll come out quite easily. And there is a video on YouTube of a guy that did it, but he doesn't show how he did it, and he put Harley silencers in. I'm sure everybody's seen that one. And you can see that he took the rivet off because he replaced it with a bolt. So he did the same thing I did. He cut that rivet out for nothing, for absolutely, I just wasted 10-15 minutes on grinding those stupid rivets out. So I'll start up, because I think most people just want to hear what it sounds like, right? But I'll tell you one thing. I took it for a good run yesterday. I did a couple 100 kilometers yesterday, and I'll tell you, the engine does run cooler. A little bit. The engine needle was always just a little below half, and now it's down a little bit more. So it definitely, the engine is definitely breathing better. And I'll crank it up. just so you can hear the idle of it.